Breaking news. It's possible that Wagner's head is still conscious. Chief Wagner's last days in Africa have been marred by disturbing revelations about the mercenary group's missing planes, prophetic videos posted posthumously on family-friendly Telegram channels, and cryptic poems that allude to Prigozhin's grave. And strange characters revolving around the graves of the leaders of the paramilitary formations buried in St. Petersburg cemeteries. A major unanswered question concerns the holding company president's will and inheritance. The fate of an economic empire remains a mystery more than a week after the Embraer Legacy 600 carrying Wagner's 1, 2, and 3, along with 4 bodyguards, and 3 crew members, crashed on August 23 midway between Moscow and St. Petersburg. From Mali to Syria, the conflict is even more intense because of the billions of dollars at stake and the army of mercenaries now available to the highest bidder, or the replacement Putin would appoint in place of Prigozhin, who is dead or possibly disappeared. Meanwhile, Dmitry Utkin Wagner, 53, a prominent Nazi supporter, was laid to rest in a military cemetery yesterday. He was Prigozhin's deputy and the inspiration for the group's name. Dozens of mercenaries paid him homage while hundreds of police and intelligence agents watched. However, neither the military nor the authorities are shown any respect. Not to mention Putin, who has previously expressed an interest in attending the funerals of high-ranking military officials. Wagner's gray zone has been open since the afternoon of August 23. According to Telegram, the president isn't the only person who has flown an aircraft over Moscow from a private company. The Wagnerian second plane, a -124 transport plane, RA-820300, took off from Ulanovska Airport as soon as news of the commander's death spread, according to rumors from another reliable Telegram channel, which had predicted the landing of Wagner's landing forces for the day after Prigozhin's death. The crew and the soldiers on board obviously were waiting for orders as to where to fly and what to do. The plane returned to the same airport a little over an hour later. In recent days, Prigozhin allegedly turned off identification signals, ordered parachutes to be placed on both sides of the cabin, and coerced pilots into making unauthorized stopovers. As if he thought he might perish in midair or something. In addition, the absence of transponder 140AE7 for several days leading up to the incident on August 23 raises the possibility that one of their aircraft, a Hawker Ra-02791, was cancelled, and disappeared. In other words, a stealth aircraft. That vehicle has expired engines. Another Hawker Ra-02878 has been under repair in Omsk since August 13 and ended up in Siberia after a shuttle flight between Moscow and St. Petersburg. The asking price for the Embraer 600 is $5 million. On August 9, another plane belonging to the same company, MNT Aero, was still in Moscow despite being located in southern Russia. On August 18, the tiny Beechcraft C-90 GTI made its way to St. Petersburg. The Wall Street Journal reports that Prigozhin flew around in private jets to elude authorities. That he was the intended victim was obvious to him. It also appears that a Robinson Ra-06226 helicopter has vanished. This is the same helicopter that was used to take pictures of Prigozhin's lookalike and distribute them to journalists after the mutiny on June 24. Even after Putin turned him over to the Kremlin, there were reports of people seeing Prigozhin working in Africa with bodyguards at the same time and on the same day. After all, Prigozhin is well known for his fascination with disinformation and security, as well as his fondness for duality and disguise. The wife of one of the doubles was pictured at Prigozhin's funeral in Moscow, which is a shocking revelation. Also present at that funeral were 2 women who played pivotal roles in the holding company. Brunette and blonde refers to Yulia Alexandrovna Koletkova, who oversees the group's finances and all of its offices, and Prozorova Anna Nikolaevna, who oversees the real estate, construction, and legal departments. Videos. In addition to the prescient video in which Prigozhin predicts that Russia will fall apart, like a plane in the air, another video in which Wagner's leader claims to be in Africa on a day in the middle of August began making the rounds on Telegram channels yesterday. This is for the benefit of those interested in speculating about my social isolation, personal life, financial status, etc. Simply put, I'm doing fine. Ventura, Mark.